Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to the channel. Salt Bubby here, or CJ, whatever you want to call me. It has been roughly 2 weeks now since I've gotten the Bonafide XTR. This has been a pain in the rear end, getting set back with random things that I needed to order, waiting on time, on top of working like a normal human being. As much as I wish this to be a full-time thing, it's not a thing. But yeah, we've officially finally rigged it out. Give you a quick little walkthrough of everything. We'll start up at the bow and work our way all the way down to the stern. So first things first, we got our catch plate here. This is one of the more beefier guys I wanted to go with in case I wanted to go to a power pole or something of that nature later on, get more speed, whatever it may be. We use 70 amp hefty boys, ran this thing all the way through. This is a little bit of a pain in the butt, but this is totally worth it, the quick disconnect. One of the things that I did kind of upgrade to, I got a Kippawa triple blade. Want to see what this guy does. Apparently you get about 1 mile an hour more or so. This is the newer version. My last one was a 55 thrust as well. Right up in the front, everybody knows this ridiculous storage. I have no clue what I'm going to use this for, but haven't finished yet. Kind of figuring out. I got to go fish with it. There's all the wiring cleaned up. For the most part, I have all the random little plastic pieces or whatever it is in here, but not a huge deal, just a little bit of cleaning. I'm going to be turning everything on here in a second to kind of give you a quick little rundown of how everything went. Obviously, still waiting on the stickers. I am temporarily registered, but we got our lights to illegal, one on one side, one on the other side. We'll get through that here in a little bit with this giant water jug. Stuck with the Wizard steering. Everyone rant and raves about this thing. It's pretty sick. It moves super smooth. Still gonna have to figure out the right tensions and whatnot as far as getting it all honed in. Ordered these guys on the side, these little catch stubby plates. They're pretty sick. More than likely going to be putting a rod holder on this side just for when I'm fishing, just kind of, drop it down. These are amazing. I just got these guys. These are from Yak Attack. This is the side stow. I forget what they're called, but they're amazing. They have the little rubber band right here, so your rods, they're not going anywhere. You can see right here, they snap down on it. If I do this guy, it opens up. But yeah, they're literally amazing. You can even lock them down for when you're traveling. These puppies ain't going anywhere. Funny enough, main premise of this entire kayak was quite literally this guy, the pivot seat. I had the Oldtown 120 and it didn't pivot. I wound up doing like some weird aftermarket thing. It worked, but wasn't designed that way. So yeah. In here, this is where all the magic happened. This is the wiring. I already got the battery turned on. I'm going to be turning it on in a little bit. All my management right here. You got your little side guy on this side. This is where everything goes into, feeds it through. This is just a little putty on the front, just to have a little bit more of a watertight seal. This is where all my wiring ran through. I have literally 4 of them, 2 on one side on each of those sides, 2 different grommets, right? But I have it covered with the putty just for a more watertight seal. That's all my GoPro stuff. Something that is also sick that I got is this guy. I'm super stoked to use this. Coffee obviously is a must when going out on there. And then you got the rest of the stuff. They got little hook stings there. I put in all these little scupper plugs just to see if I can get a little bit more speed. We're gonna find out. It is a bigger kayak, so we're gonna have to figure that out, as we kind of go through with everything. This is where I'm going to be doing all my footage from. It's a power stick from YOLO Tech. Put this guy right here, silicone on underneath. What's nice is I'll turn it on here in a minute. Battery's going to go, or GoPro's going to go up here, and it's going to have a constant draw of power right then and there. And obviously I was lazy and didn't cut these guys. I'll do that when the time comes. But yeah, pretty stoked to use that. I don't have to worry about battery garbage or any of that stuff. This is, I think it's like the SS129 or something. I chose not to put the deploy and stow because I quite literally every single time before I go out, I just straight up drop this right as I launch. So just didn't want to have to deal with any of the more wires, more troubles. Didn't want to deal with that. This is obviously the stern light. I'm going to give you guys a light show here in a little bit of everything of how it went, but yeah, this is obviously a must for a Coast Guard, so you can be seen at night. Transducer mount, I originally wanted to put this guy underneath. They had a Catch has a little, where's it, or Yak Hobby I think it is, has a in the scupper where this guy runs straight on down and it connects to both sides of the scupper, and then this runs flush underneath where the everything runs. It would be running kind of even with this guy. Problem is the trailer I'm getting, I put it together. I'm going to be getting rails ran down the middle, just so we can have a better way of transporting this guy without having to worry. And I didn't want to break the transducer, so obviously that had to get changed out. But yeah, this guy's a must. Gotta have a ruler for doing all kind of tournament stuff. It took me forever to figure out that this is quite literally how you get it in and out. It's here and here, but yeah, this is all good for tournament stuff. This is something I'm super stoked about. As soon as I seen it, huge deal. Underseat storage. I'm literally gonna fit all of my tackle in here, so I'm quite literally thinking about not using my black pack. That's why I got those guys, because the more space I have up here to fish, just the better. It's quite literally a boat. Yeah, I'm gonna do a little light test run for you here in a second. As far as everything, that was where it went, and that's where I chose to put the control panel with everything right then and there. So let me get this out of the way so I can reach over. So quite literally power, my one light, it's gonna be my port and starboard. Things are super bright. This is the Yak Power stuff. Stuff is amazing. I mean, as soon as I turn these things on, they're super nice, super bright. Won't have to worry about being seen in any way, shape, or form. My two lights for at night, if for whatever reason I'm launching before the sun comes up, bam, a little bit of cabin lighting. These look sick when the lights are off. I'm not going to turn the lights off because I just don't want to. I don't feel like walking around here in the dark. My bonus guy, if I put it as B, whatever, that's where the yellow tech comes into play. What's nice about this is I actually had to swap this around. This tells you have power coming to it. So if you guys decide to get this guy, make sure that you install these guys facing the right way. I had to undo it and redo the silicone and everything like that, so I can actually tell it has power. Huge deal. After that though, I mean, you got S obviously for stern light, bam, put you up to Coast Guard regulations right then and there. And then this guy right here, I chose M for map. That's just an easier way for me to kind of figure out how things are going. And then, bam, our Garmin right then and there. This is the, what is it, Striker, whatever it is. I forget what it's called, but fish run is working. So super stoked. Couldn't be more excited about how this entire thing came out. It was a pain in the rear end running all this wire, figuring out, just trying to keep everything neat. But I mean, I couldn't be happier with the way that this guy turned out. So you guys are gonna be getting a lot more from me going out on the water, because I'm gonna be taking this pig out as much as possible. But yeah, told you guys you were gonna get it, and you got it. So catch you guys. I'm gonna be doing some tournament fishing this weekend, literally Saturday. I think Lake Cahoon is where I'm going. Literally never been there, but we're gonna get into some bass fishing, whatever it may be. So catch you guys in later. As always, tight lines.